Welcome to Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith, and today we're going to talk about a murder that happened this morning just outside of Omaha, where a priest was murdered. If you want to get up-to-date news like this and get a weekly crime watch about what happens in churches and tips about how to keep your church safe, head on over to christianwarriortraining.com. We have a newsletter, comes out a couple times a week. We don't sell the list. It's only for you guys to keep track on the latest happenings. All right, so let's get into this. This happened at Fort Calhoun, Nebraska, at the St. John the Baptist Parish. It is a small community that's part of the Archdiocese of Omaha. Now, at 5 in the morning, the Washington County Sheriff's Office got a 911 call from the church saying that there was a break-in in progress. When officers arrived, they found that the pastor had been assaulted. He was unconscious. He later died. And there was a man who is not from the community that was on scene inside the rectory who was taken into custody and arrested. I'm going to assume it was probably for murder in breaking into the rectory. Again, this happened early Sunday morning at 5 a.m. before church services, obviously. And the sheriff is saying that there's no other threats to the community. All right, so let's talk about, first and foremost, we need to pray for the pastor. He was a big part of the community, and I'm sure they are grieving a huge loss, and we should just say a prayer for him and for the community for all that they're suffering right now. Now, let's talk about some security tips about what you can do to keep your church safe from this happening. First and foremost, I end every single video with, remember your ABCs, always be carrying. Okay, I don't believe a Catholic priest is probably going to be carrying. I get that. But it is becoming a more violent world. I put out information about churches that are going to be attacked more and more. The FBI has come out and said so. And then you take measures to protect yourself. You can expect more of these things to continue to occur. We don't know the motive, but we do know that these things are going to occur more. The best way to handle all of this is to make sure you do have a security team that at least some of them are armed and you're ready to take care of any threat that comes up just like this. But this happened at 5 a.m. This happened before church services outside of the normal times. The biggest thing you do is have enhanced access control. So you want to make sure that you go around, number one, that all the doors are locked, that there is an alarm system. I can't believe the numbers of churches don't have alarms. So you should have some kind of an alarm system. And then you want to make sure that you brace those doors and those windows to make it very hard for somebody to break in. As an example, the screws that come into your faceplate for your deadbolt, most of them are very thin. I've broken open at least 1,000 doors as a 30-year cop. I replace all of my screws that hold faceplates and hinges and everything else with 1 3/4 screws. So that way they go all the way into the frame and you're going to be kicking for a long time before you get through there, just with those simple little fixes. So make sure you do a little bit of enhanced access control. Make sure you have a good church security team that has training, which you can get free training. I'm offering it all for free. Everything is for free. Courses.christianwarriortraining.com. You should have good communication protocols. Besides having radios at churches, here the pastor was in the rectory. He should be able to have some kind of, be able to make sure his phone works in that area and some way to call for help when it happens. And just remember, I look at response times. I have 4 campuses that I deal with training for security teams. And I look at the response times for each agency. How long does it take them to get to emergency calls? The quickest for one campus is 5 minutes. The longest is for another is 9 minutes. 5 minutes is a very long time to wait for somebody while you're getting beaten to death. Just my 2 cents on why you want to make sure you have all these systems in place. You should do regular security audits. If you head over to courses.christianwarriortraining.com, I have some downloads that includes a security checklist for your church that you can download and go through the checklist to make sure you have a secure church. All right, that's it for now. I just wanted to give you an update that this priest was murdered in the rectory. I wanted to give you a little update about what happened. We won't know for a long time what occurred till the sheriff's department releases that information. But I just want to give you a heads up, and remember to keep your head on a swivel, and remember your ABCs, always be carrying.